we've grown up watching Shah Rukh Khan.
Yes, he's the king of romance. I think everyone's learned from him. I think everyone's aspired to have the love he's shown on screen. I've always wanted that. I've always said, I want this to happen to me. I want that to happen to me. I think he's made us dream, right?
Yeah.
Same goes for you.
Yeah.
As an actor, I've always said this, that it's my job to listen to what the audience has to say. It's the least I can do because I'm getting the chance and the opportunity to face the camera and I'm performing for them.
I definitely have social anxiety and I've spoken very vocally about this thing. I am horrible at crowded places. Though I am an actor, I'm supposed to sort of, be okay with the crowd and the public and the adulation. I'm horrible at that.
Specifically to Ananya and Suhana, they're more than friends, they're family. When it comes to family, there's no sense of comparisons, there's no sense of competition, so to say.
Hi, this is Samina Sheikh here on Zoom channel, and with me right now I have the star cast of Aankhon Ki Gustaakhiyan. So join me as I welcome both of them only on Zoom. First of all, the title of the movie is related to the song, the famous song of Hum Dil De Chuke Sanam. And then you see the trailer. You look very confident, I must say that, Shanaya. It doesn't look like a debut.
Thank you.
And you made him romance, and the way you have made him a romantic character, I must say that it's come out very well. What do you have to say about being so confident and working on this one?
I don't know about being confident, but I was just being very honest to my character. I was being very honest to the moment of what we were shooting, and I was shooting with Vikrant Massey, so he was giving me so much every day that I just had to give back to the emotions he was showing to me. And acting is give and take. It's all about reacting to what the other person's saying and listening and being in the moment. And Vikrant made everything much easier for me. I genuinely believe that. And I think it was all about just being calm, being centered, being in the moment. That's it.
To you, Vikrant, like off late, if we see, Bollywood movies, when we are seeing, be it on OTT or even, otherwise also, a lot of romantic movies are not made. Like only off late we saw like Metro in but बहुत time से romantic movies बहुत miss we were not watching it. To now doing a full-fledged romantic movie, what were the challenges you faced, kind of?
I mean, Samina, it was a major challenge, the whole film in itself. Firstly, and you so rightly said, I've never done something like this. This probably in my film career was the only genre that I had not attempted. And to do that with someone like Shanaya, who's, it's her first film. And I mean, playing a blind character who actually cannot see, you also want to keep it authentic, so you sort of push your own boundaries, you challenge yourself, you go out there and you also sing and you dance and you're lip syncing to songs. I mean, everything that I was afraid of, I very consciously did not do all these years. I think सब कुछ घूम फिर के एक ही फिल्म में कर दिया मैंने. So it was very challenging, but I'm glad I had the right people around me. A wonderful co-actor like Shanaya, a wonderful director in Sandy Singh. So really happy.
To both of you, I have to ask this question, that when it comes to romance, which actors have you all looked up to, over the years, and you feel like, okay, he romantic hero hai, he's the one, which we kind of, or hero or heroine, for that matter, actor or actresses?
I think our answer is the same.
Yeah, I mean, we've grown up watching Shah Rukh Khan.
Yes, he's the king of romance. I think everyone's learned from him. I think everyone's aspired to have the love he's shown on screen. I've always wanted that. I've always said, I want this to happen to me. I want that to happen to me. I think he's made us dream, right?
Yeah.
Same goes for you.
Yeah.
Shanaya, touchwood, I must say that when I saw you at the trailer launch or the interviews you have done so far, as I said, your confidence is very good. And though you took your own time, to make a debut, I'm sure that when you're on social media, people kind of, pass a lot of comments also. How do you deal with that? And you kind of got some experience over there, though you don't have an experience as such, like on, on camera. So
Yes.
how it was for you dealing with the, with the audience already, beforehand?
Yes, it is. It can, get to you at times, but I think it's very important. As an actor, I've always said this, that it's my job to listen to what the audience has to say. It's the least I can do, because I'm getting the chance and the opportunity to face the camera and I'm performing for them. I'm waiting for their approval. I am here to earn my place here with my honest choices and hard work, and I will only earn it with their acceptance. So if I don't listen to them and I don't hear them out and I don't read their comments, it's not fair, and it's not. It's part of what I've chosen to do. So I take it in a very constructive way. Yes, there is criticism, and yes, I have dealt with that over these years. And I've just taken it in a very positive way. I've taken it in a way as feedback, and taken it in a way for me to grow as a person and as an actor especially.
Yeah.
For my work, I really look for their approvals and their opinions. So I always read. I always read articles. I'm always reading comments. Even if there are other pages, pap photos, I'm seeing everything. I think it's very important for me to do that.
Moving on to you, Vikrant, you have been in the industry, and when you also started off, I'm sure you must have faced your own, journey altogether. And when I say that, of course, your own challenges and all. But recently, you also revealed how it could be also challenging to, kind of be spotted at events, or being a part of the party club also, or getting recognized. And sometimes even I feel like acting is one part which you do for the audience, but at the same time gelling with the industry also takes a lot of efforts and all. How it has been for you?
I mean, these peripherals are important. But I very firmly believe that there are so many peripherals. It's about socializing, it's about being visible on social media, it's about networking, and I would not just sort of narrow it down to the film industry or only for actors. I think that is applicable to everyone. Like, even an industrialist is out there on social media, reaching out to the world, telling them that this is what they are doing. Even a politician is out there reaching out to the world and showing what he or she are doing. But in case of actors, I feel there is far more scrutiny. You ought to do those things because पहले showreel हुआ करती थी. Today, your Instagram is somewhat like your showreel. You are presenting yourself because your career and everything is entirely dependent on the audiences, and rightly so. But for me, personally, I think what eventually boils down to is what you do in between action and cut. That's the most important thing. So, irrespective of your following, irrespective of what you're wearing to the airport, what you do between action and cut is far more important. To each their own. These things are also important, but for me, what I do in front of the camera is far more important.
True, and especially like your craft speaks volume. People want to come and see more of you for your talent. What
I
you
focus on my craft, so to say, is because I can't do the other things. If I was good at the other things, I probably would focus on them.
Do you feel you're introvert like that? Probably.
I am.
Yeah.
I am.
Like you feel that social media, social anxieties, because it
I
does
have-
happen to a lot of
I
people.
definitely have social anxiety, and I've spoken very vocally about this thing. I am horrible at crowded places. Though I am an actor, I'm supposed to sort of, be okay with the crowd and the public and the adulation. I am horrible at that. I in fact feel very anxious when I'm in a very crowded room. I would rather choose staying at home. Yeah, it happens to a lot of people.
Yeah.
I am very shy, but I think I also have an alternate personality which probably comes into play after action. So, I mean, yeah.
And acting ka keeda comes out of you literally.
Maybe, yeah. I would not do most of the things I do in front of the camera in my real life. And I mean it.
To you, Shanaya, also that, when you used to come on social media, especially your videos used to go viral with Ananya Pandey and Suhana. Now all the trio are in the world of glamour and entertainment. And when I say that, acting is something which all have catered to. Do you kind of feel that, probably to maintain that personal and professional equation is one thing? Or because of course, like there would be comparisons, there would be conversations around that. What do you have to say on that?
See, if it's specifically to Ananya and Suhana, they're more than friends, they're family. When it comes to family, there's no sense of comparisons, there's no sense of competition, so to say. We're all here living our dreams. We've grown up together, talking about this day, and finally today we're in our respective journeys, but we're fulfilling it step by step, one day at a time. So there's a lot of love, admiration. They are the first people who will message me when my trailer is out, song is out, or any of my work is
I
out.
wanted to know about their reactions also.
Yes, I mean, they're so excited, and like I said, they're family, so they know that this is a very special moment for me. So there's just a lot of love, and there's a lot of love between all three of us. Always has been.
But also, Vikrant, when we talk about, when you did this, chemistry between Shanaya and you,
Ji.
again, to both of you, I want to ask on that it's about, falling in love blindly, which also means like, she's completely covered and all. How it was shooting for scenes. Because you don't even know, how she's reacting to it, because she's covered eventually. You don't really know. Especially you get to know the reactions through your eyes. You get to know that, अच्छा ये reaction आ गया लगता है. अब आपको पता ही नहीं चल रहा है. वो
Thank you
कैसे
for
था?
asking this. Thank you for asking this. We did spend a considerable amount of
Yeah.
time before we went on floor. I mean, to an extent, we got to know each other as actors, as people. But a very important question, and thanks for asking this again, because the moment your most important sense is taken away, which is your vision that is taken away, all your other senses get heightened. And we were playing on that. And I'm glad that we spent enough time with each other to sort of break the ice and get comfortable with each other. And that kind of helped.
Yeah.
And in her case, the blindfold, in my case, those customized lenses, they actually kind of detached us from the world around us. And we were so into ourselves and each other, we were playing off each other. So, as I said, the other senses, like your sense of touch, your sense of hearing, your sense of smell, all these other things were so heightened at that point in time because you cannot see. We kind of played on that, and also the workshops really helped in the time we spent with each other.
Yeah, I think there was a sense of trust because I think we were the two people on set who were understanding how we were feeling in that moment. And we were the two people who knew that feeling of not being able to see in that moment when we were doing our scene. So just relying on each other's energy, sense of touch, smell, hearing each other, being in the moment, I think for us, centering ourselves and actually calming ourselves and making sure our thoughts are clear was very, very important, because when your sight goes, it can be a little unnerving to the body. So your thoughts can get a little scattered. So I think trusting one another was very important, and centering ourselves before each scene was very, very important.
In fact, what he said rightly at the trailer launch also, that the first, like when we see an actor, making a debut especially, the introduction is the eyes.
Yes.
Especially for actresses, वो काजल लगा रही है, वो,
the conventional
yeah, literally
way,
with that convention. And you chose to let go of that. That itself is a very big thing, because, that is your feature which any actor when introduced, we want to see that.
Yes.
How did you kind of, agree to that?
Honestly, I always say, you find the script and the script finds you. You find the character, but the character also finds you. And I felt there was a feeling like this was meant to be. This was meant to happen. There was this cosmic energy and this cosmic connection I felt to Sabah, to Jahan, to the story, even to Sandy sir. There was an instant friendship at the start. There was an instant trust between Vikrant and I. So I never thought of it as this is not the conventional way, or this is not the conventional debut. For me, this was the story mattered, the character mattered, there was layers to it, there were flaws to it. I felt connected to the story, there was a lot of relatability to it. For me, only that matters. My team, my script, and my character. So I didn't think of it in that way. I just saw a chance, I saw there's a risk involved, and that, for me as an actor, that always excites me. So I just took that jump.
And lastly, to both of you, before I let you go, what are your upcoming projects you're focusing on? And Shanaya, and especially to you, what kind of roles you want to experiment on now?
There are a lot of roles that I want to experiment with. I honestly want to do all kinds of genres. And as you can see, I really mean it when I say it, that I really don't want to hold myself back. I want to feel intimidated every time I read a script. If I feel nervous and I have butterflies and I have a question mark in my head, I need to do it. And that's what I'm looking for. I'm chasing that feeling.
Wow. What about you, Vikrant?
Yeah, I mean, the same applies to me. There's quite a lot of stuff that I want to do, the kind of roles I want to play. And I'm glad that I am in a position wherein, there are scripts that are coming my way. I'm really blessed. I count my blessings every day. A lot of people I want to work with, a lot of wonderful co-actors and directors and writers I want to work with. Right now my only focus is Aankhon Ki Gustaakhiyan. We're bringing it out to people on the 11th of July, but there's one film that I am preparing for simultaneously as I'm promoting this film.
And somewhere I feel like the haircut has to do something with it.
Yeah, I'm playing Gurudev Shri Ravi Shankar
Okay.
in my next film, which I start shooting in August. Yeah, so I'm really excited for that. Yeah.
Lovely chatting with both
Thank
of you,
you.
and thank you so much for such a lovely interaction. And
Thank
all
you
the very
so
best
much.
for your upcoming projects.
Thank you,
so
Samina.
much.
Thank you so
Thank
much.
you.
Thank you.